Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. First I want to apologize for this video going up late. I honestly just forgot to edit it and do a voiceover, so I apologize that it's going up later in the day than my videos normally do. And then second of all, I just wanted to announce on here that my shop is opening tomorrow. So tomorrow, May 1st at 11 a.m. my shop will be open. I have some stickers and some prints going up in there, and the link will be in the description box if you're interested. So if it's before 11 a.m. the page isn't going to work, but if you go after 11 a.m. the page will be up and running, so that is very exciting. But now we can talk about this plan with me. So it's finally May, which is crazy. It's just crazy to even think that like I've been home for more than a month. I really miss my apartment, but that's beside the point. The reason why there's tape down the middle of this page is because I was ripping out pages, which you should never do, because it messes up the binding of the paper, and then a bunch of other pages were falling out, so I had to tape this one just to keep it looking as nice as possible. But for every page you'll kind of see, like, I have my pictures picked out already, but I didn't really have an idea of the colors that I wanted to use, and I actually really don't like how my monthly spread came out. There's just like one too many colors on it, but I really liked how my cover came out, because I don't usually do covers, but I did this time for whatever reason. And I just took a bunch of my Tombos and did like swatches with all of them, like little flicks and swatches that you guys can see me doing right now. And I just thought it was like a really nice and like easy way to make a page look kind of cute. So that was really fun. I honestly don't know why I decided to do a cover this time around. In my opinion, I think they're kind of a waste of space, but it was definitely a fun thing to do. And then for my monthly spread that we're seeing right now, I decided to do a giant calendar for some reason. I really don't know why, or what prompted me to do a big one, because I have like nothing to put in it, but it's fine. I like doing big calendars like this because I do like writing things in my calendar, but I also just depend so much on my phone now to plan like events in advance and everything, so like I don't know. I don't really actually use the spread. Like, I'll probably end up writing things in it, but I probably won't actually like refer back to it for anything. But yeah, this one was kind of fun to do. I didn't know what to do with the sides, and you'll kind of see that I just do like washi tape and pictures that I'd already picked out, because I do have like a habit tracker and a sleep tracker that come after this, so it looks a little like the colors are too much, but also like I wish I'd used that space on the right side for something other than just to put pictures and washi tape, but I didn't really know what else to do with that, so that was fun. I don't know why, but I really like adding drop shadows to boxes. I just think it looks really nice, and it kind of adds something special without using too much effort or anything. And I have no idea what I'm doing on my laptop, but I apologize because it's clearly wasting time. But just fun fact, I sped this video up 4 times, so this took me a little bit over an hour to do entirely, which I think is pretty quick for me for a monthly setup, to be honest, because I also did a weekly for this week, so this past week, like after my habit trackers and everything. So I was just kind of, I don't know, kind of surprised. And if you can hear that, there's like road construction happening as I'm recording this, so that's really fun. But yeah, anyways, so I just lettered May on the top of the page, and then this is kind of where like my too many colors thing came in. Like, I wish I hadn't used that green. I wish that I just stuck with like the gray and the pink and the blue and the yellow, because that green just kind of doesn't go with everything. It's a little bit harder to tell because it kind of looks black in this video, but it's green and it looks green. And I might have to go over it with a black Tombow or something just to make it look less crazy. But here I'm really just like sticking washi tape and pictures wherever, and I don't really love how this came out. So in all honesty, when we get to June and that plan with me, this page will probably still be empty, or like empty for the most part. But yeah, I'm just like not a huge fan of how I used space. But anyways, I think we're pretty much done. I really should have my bullet journal out so I could actually see if I'm done, but I don't do that. I think we're pretty close to being done. I'm horrible at voiceovers. Can you tell? I'm just like, I don't even know. Like, it doesn't look good. It looks too it's like the pictures don't go with each other. And it just looks kind of strange. So not the hugest fan of that monthly spread. I like the big calendar, but I don't like how I decorated it. So moving on, I decided to do a habit tracker, and I decided to simple it down. So I had like, I don't know, like 15 habits or something from last month, which is too many. It's way too many. So I decided to simple it down, and I think there's either 8 or 9 habits here, which still is like a lot, but they're all things like, because I had to narrow it down, they're all things that I think are important. So I think it'll go better. And as you can see, I made the lines too long on the bottom, so I ended up having to cover that up with washi tape. I think these pages used color a little bit better than the other pages did, because I don't think I used the green, and if I did, I didn't really use it too much. I might have used it for like a title or something. But the worst part of doing all this was having to draw in all the lines that I'm doing right now. I do it on both pages too, because I use an app to track my sleep. So I'm actually gonna pull it up for myself here so I can kind of explain how that works while I'm doing this really, really boring part. So I have an iPhone and an Apple Watch, and there's an app and it's called Auto Sleep, and there's Auto Wake as well. They are paid, but I'd rather pay the $3 each for them once than have to pay like every month for a premium app. Like I'd rather just pay $6 once than have to pay like $5 a month or whatever to have to be able to use it. So basically what it does is it tracks your sleep automatically, but you can also tap your there's like a button on the watch that'll say lights out, and it'll track how long it takes you to fall asleep. So today is Thursday because I'm the worst and didn't do this yesterday when I should have. So just looking at my sleep analysis, my goal is always 8 hours, and last night I got 9 hours and 3 minutes of sleep. I didn't press the button, so it doesn't have a fell asleep in time. I was awake for 30 minutes, in light sleep for 7 hours and 45 minutes, and in deep sleep for 1 hour and 17 minutes, which doesn't sound good. But then it tracks like heart rate, and it compares your sleeping heart rate to your like during the day waking resting heart rate, and it has like rings in another section of it. So my sleep rating for that night was 88%. And then the other thing that I liked that it does is it tracks your sleep debt, which I think is interesting. So if I can find it, I always have trouble finding it. Oh, here it is. Sleep Bank. So it tracks like when you're behind on sleep and when you're ahead on sleep based on how many hours you got. And I believe it resets every week, but I can't remember. I think it does though. So the night before last, I was 16% behind, and then with the 9 hours from the last time that I tracked, it got me ahead. So right now I have 15 hours of credit. So when it's telling me to go to sleep, I don't know why it has it set to wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning. I think it's because that's when I woke up today. But it's basically saying that I could go to, if I wanted to, I could go to sleep at 3:36 in the morning and still have credit, like, and end up with 0 credit and 0 debt with my sleep debt. So I like that part of it. But it's just nice to track like the moving aroundness and everything. I don't know why. but my readiness score for today was only 2 stars. I think I need to use the Breathe app when I wake up to do like a heart rate thing to fix that, but other than that, I just like all the stats and everything. I kind of like that it's ring based because the rest of the Apple Watch, like the Apple Watch activity app, is ring based, so it's like a ring that has calories, a ring that has minutes of exercise, and a ring that has hours that you've moved, so it reminds you every hour to get up and move a little bit. So I really like that it kind of like goes together and everything. But I just finished doing my habit tracker and my sleep tracker, so I'm going to be writing in all of those, like the stats that I actually care about. I'm going to be writing in for my sleep tracker. And now we are moving on and doing a weekly spread. So I pulled out a ton of pictures. I literally just went through the pictures that I had printed out and picked out all the pretty ones that I liked. And you can't see it because it's too light. But I had my weekly bar on the side that I'm going to try out for this month. We'll see how it goes. I haven't really touched it that much this week, but I also haven't really used my journal this week. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll try it again for next week too. But basically it has not like a habit tracker, but like a water tracker just to make sure that I'm drinking water. And I wanted to write down what my exercise was every day. So I have a space for that for every day. And then I counted the boxes wrong somehow. But I ended up with 6 boxes instead of 7 for my week ahead. So I had to make the weekend 1 box. I think I actually will keep it that way in the long run, just because I don't really use my journal on the weekends. But I did not do that intentionally, and I don't like planners that do that, and I don't usually make weeklies that do that. And then I was using some pieces of scrap paper that I got on Etsy. I think they call it, what do they call it? Like junk journaling paper. If you look on Etsy, there are people that like sell just random bits of paper from like books or sheet music or like magazines and stuff like that, and they just compile it all and send it to you. So I did one of those a while ago, and I have all the scrap paper from that, and I just keep scrap paper in a box just to have it. And then I just picked some pictures and did some black not checkered, but like striped washi tape to go with them to just tie it together, because I really like that washi tape. And then I know do I set up my day on camera? I don't think I do. I can't remember what I filmed. But I just set up my day and just kind of fill in the space as I go. I did set up my day on camera. I chose a Tombow Twin Tone, the kind of minty green one, and just quickly lettered Monday when I filmed this, and I wrote the date next to it with my, what do you call that? Fountain pen. And then my to-do list for the day, which was really nice. And I like to keep the colors that I use during the month and for every week in my pencil jar on my desk, because I have a lot of pens out on my desk all at once. So it's nice to be able to know which colors I'm using so I don't mix any of those up. But that's about it. I'm about to flip through for you guys. I hope that you guys have been staying safe and home with your families, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
And it just might be